Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the Flow Show, no filter. Back for another crazy episode. It's going to be a little bit different than all the other episodes because I'll tell you in a minute. But before I tell you why it's going to be different, let me cover my ass. No Diddy. The thoughts, views, and opinions shared on the Flow Show, no filter, are for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a professional. I am just good. Welcome. Everybody, I see everybody. Who we got in the building today? We doing Freestyle Friday. Today's episode is Freestyle Friday. It's TGIFPD. If you don't know what TGIFPD means, it means thank God it's Flow's payday. So don't be shy today. Today, I get paid. Super chat, super stickers. We're about to eat good. We're about to talk. But the reason why today is going to be Freestyle Friday, because it really wasn't shit that I had to talk about today. So since there wasn't really nothing pressing that I needed to discuss, there's no real new Diddy news to talk about. We do have Lil Rod going to Discovery, his case. But so on Freestyle Fridays, we get to talk about whatever the fuck we want to talk about. So let's see who let's put a super chat in there. Let's see what story y'all want to talk about. If you want to talk about Diddy, we talk about Diddy. If you want to talk about the singer David, we talk about that. You want to talk about the St. Clair, those two kids who did horrific stuff to a little, I believe, 5-year-old daughter, I believe. We probably should talk about that too. But today, freestyle. So we're gonna do more like what we want to talk about today. It ain't shit to talk about. So we're gonna see who come in here. Hey, Shauna. So Freestyle Fridays, give me a subject, man, and we just gonna go in. What's up, Shauna? Bringing heart hands to the chat. Those are some of my favorite pair of heart hands right there. Check them out right there. Heart hands. Spread love, everybody. Let's get a story. Yeah, that's what I say. Hey, look, what we talking about? What we talking about today? Jay-Z agenda, but any news stories? No Diddy today. No Diddy. St. Clair. So Fire Glory. Sounds like Fire Glory wants to talk about what's going on in St. Clair, my hometown. I have to be honest with y'all. I'm very disappointed in myself because it's been a lot going on these last couple of weeks. So trying to keep up with everything, I've kind of lost my pulse. My hand is on the pulse of what's going on. And I normally don't miss stories that I need to cover. This St. Clair story is in my own backyard. It's a horrific story. I am very upset at myself for not covering this story from the beginning. So I just need to let y'all know that I'm very disgusted that I didn't pick up on this story when it first happened. It's horrific, and it's happening in my own backyard. Y'all know I'm a Cleveland boy. And so, like I said, it's very rare that I miss a case that I feel like I should have covered. But I'm gonna be back on schedule Monday. I feel terrible, but let's talk about that Fire Glory. So I'm glad you brought up St. Clair. So there was a story involving children, y'all, where a horrific crime took place, and they had to fucking charge the children for what they did. But listen to this, a trigger warning. This is not something we want to see out of our youth and see happen to our children. But we got to talk about it. And I hate to beat a dead horse, but I am so pissed at myself for not covering this story from the when it happened. That's not like me. Like I said, I've been all over the place the last week, just with so many different things going on. Good things, some not so good. But CBS News, it says 2 children in Ohio charged with attempted unaliving. And rape in a brutal attack on a 5-year-old girl. So sorry to the family that I didn't cover this immediately. I feel bad, but not as bad as these motherfuckers that's in charge of this shit, man. Who let this happen? Who are the parents? Who, what, when, where, and why the fuck did this happen? And all the questions that I have. Check this shit out, y'all. A 9-year-old boy and a 10-year-old girl have been charged with attempted unaliving and rape with an R in connection with an attack on a 5-year-old girl in Cleveland, Ohio, my city. Prosecutors charged the 2 children with felonious assault, rape, kidnapping, strangulation, attempted unaliving after an attack last month. According to the Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office, local outlets reported that they were charged in juvenile court. Can I ask all my fans and listeners to do me a favor and make sure y'all continue to send me these local stories, and because I haven't. It's just these are the stories. I do a lot of celebrity stuff because I have knowledge in the celebrity world, and I stand up for our victims. But these are the cases that made me who I am today, and these are the cases that I hold close to my heart. Is when it involves children, especially little girls. For some reason, I don't know. Maybe because I've always wanted a daughter. I don't know. But this is some bullshit. Wait till y'all hear what happened. The Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office added that this is not released, that is not releasing any more information at this time due to the sensitive nature of this case. The 5-year-old girl's mother told CBS affiliate WOIO that her daughter was beaten, assaulted, and scalped. Scalped this girl. Can you imagine? A couple kids beat and scalp? What the fuck? Okay, I got you. Angelina, thank you for the $4.99, $5 holla. Let's talk about the No King's Day protest this weekend. All right, we can talk about that, Angelina. We'll get to that later on in the show. Thank you for the $5 holla. TGIFPD. Thank God it's Flo's payday on this Friday. Time to eat. What's up, C Tuck? C Tuck a little late, y'all. C Tuck, man, I hope you got your hall pass, man. You coming into the class late. It's not like you, man. Fire Glory says it's bullshit that they can only charge 2 of the 3. That little girl didn't deserve that, and she is so traumatized. I'm praying for her and her family. And I have a little girl, and I spazzed out. Yeah, this is bullshit. Oh my God, man. Listen to this. It gets worse. This was on September 13th. I'm so fucking sorry I didn't see this and report about this and hold motherfuckers accountable September 13th. I'm so sorry it won't happen again. But on September 13th, in a field near East 148th and St. Clair, the mother said, after this brutal attack, after this brutal attack, she said her daughter was unrecognizable. A 5-year-old girl. And Fire Glory said they only charged 2 out of the 3 culprits of this horrific crime that has scarred this poor little girl for life. A 5-year-old girl? What is this world coming to? This is why I need a daughter. And God has blessed me with a daughter. God has blessed me with a daughter. I believe in my heart. Because if this happened to my daughter, and she know who she is, I would be cleaning everybody's clock up and down St. Clair who had anything to do with this. I don't give a fuck who think they tough or who think whoever. I would lose my shit. And so when I see cases like this, I can't help but put myself in the shoes of maybe this 5-year-old father. I don't know if the father's around or what, or any man who is in a guardian role for this 5-year-old daughter, this 5-year-old girl. I put myself in their shoes, and I know they had to be going fucking crazy when this happened. We send our kids to school or to the playground or to a friend's house for them to have fun and come back to our house the way they left. And to walk up and see that your daughter is unrecognizable, has been beaten and scalped and raped. Y'all didn't even let her get in this world good enough. She only been on this earth for 5 minutes, and y'all have traumatized her. In my city. The girl's mother went on to say, what I saw was unbelievable. My daughter was not even my daughter. Her hair was scalped from her head. She had bruises and blood all over her body, and her eyes were filled with blood. Her lips and mouth were filled with blood. I would be putting hands, feet, paws, bullets, and anything I could think of behind some shit like this. There's nothing I would chew through bone marrow behind some shit like this. See, Tuck says, I got 2 daughters and I ain't even gonna hold you. They know I'm drowning fish about them. Somebody would have got smoked for real. I'm glad you kept it all the way real. See, Tuck, this is the Flow Show, no filter. We can say exactly what it is. We don't got to be all politically correct. My boy C Tuck just put in the chat, he flat out smoking motherfuckers for this shit. And I don't fucking blame him. Anybody in this chat that got a daughter, whether she 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 20, 30, 40, I don't care. Anybody with a daughter in this chat, blood has to be boiling right now. Blood has to be boiling like this fucking Starbucks coffee that I got that's extra. I got the extra hot shit today. This shit burned the fuck out my tongue. That first sip was like this shit came straight from hell. I said I wanted it hot. I ain't say I wanted hell in a cup. So if you ain't noticed, I've been taking my time with this hot motherfucker. Y'all is crazy at Starbucks. Y'all need to be careful with this extra hot shit y'all selling. Because I think I've incinerated a couple of my taste buds that they may not ever taste again. I think the motherfuckers is crock potted, fried, cooked. My taste buds is cooked, crock potted, fried, flame broiled, deep fried, air fried. A couple of them taste buds may not never work again, thanks to this hot ass Starbucks shit. Oh shit, y'all! I sure didn't. Let me take a quick break. Not a break, but I didn't see Big R's $50 holla. But since Angelina has pointed me in the right direction, and since it is TGIFPD, thank God it's Flow's payday. Let me scroll my happy ass up this chat and find Big R, aka I love my big mama. Where you at, Big R? With your $50 holla on this payday. Thank you so much, Big R, with the $49.99. But on this show, we call that a $50 holla. Thank you so much, Big R, for the super sticker. Made me feel a little better because talking about this 5-year-old getting scalped and beaten is really pissing me off. And it's supposed to be a freestyle Friday, laid back, kind of enjoying the week. But it is what it is. Everybody show Big R some love. Thank you so much, Big R, and thank you, Angelina, for pointing that out to me. Big R, I'm always appreciate you. You're always a big supporter of the show. I appreciate it. But let's get back to this ignorance going on in my city. I'm so ashamed. Grandma Kathy says, I've been there. My daughter at age 13 got drunk with 3 friends. She said something stupid. They beat the hell out of her and tried to bite her face off. It was ugly as I sit here just crying. See, this is bullshit. And this can happen to anybody, which is why I go off. People be like, you act like that show kid. Yeah, because it can be. And it can happen to any of us. So let's not sit around and twiddle our fucking thumbs because it didn't happen to us when we could be proactive in cussing these motherfuckers out and getting on top of it and making sure whoever needs to be held accountable needs to be held accountable. I hate that happened to your daughter, Grandma Kathy. I know that is something you'll never forget. You'll never forget about that in your life. Neither will your daughter, and that's some bullshit. This is evil ass these kids that kind of pick up on their parents' little evil ass jealous ways. See, a lot of times jealous parents create jealous children. And it's sad. I'm gonna say that again. A lot of times jealous parents create jealous children. And when you see kids scalping hair, as Grandma Kathy said, kids biting faces off, that's jealousy. That's some kids, they jealous of how your kid look. They jealous of the attention your kid get. So they got to tear their face up or tear their hair off, or it's just bullshit, man. It's bullshit. I hate to see that. I hate to see that. I hate that happened, Grandma Kathy, but I'm also I appreciate you sharing that with us. Okay. TGIFPD, thank you for participating in TGIFPD. Tracy White and TGIPD is Thank God It's Flows Payday. $19.99. Tracy coming through with the $20. Holla. And she says, I loved you guys. If we ever have something where we need each other, we're here for one another 100%. And that's so true, Tracy. And thank you so much. But let's continue. Let's continue this article. This is some bullshit. Now, what exactly happened? After being dropped off at a family member's home on September 13th, the girl's mom said her daughter walked out the front door and was attacked at some point in the field. Though the circumstances surrounding the attack were not immediately clear. At a family member's home. Imagine you drop your child off at a family member's. I would be kicking that. I'm sorry, but I would be kicking that family member right up their ass. If I bring my child to a family member, I expect her to be treated like family. When the mom returned to the home after she dropped her off, she saw her daughter being treated by first responders. And I don't like it. I don't like it. Can you imagine? Can you imagine you drop your child off at a family member's house and you come back and you see first responders gathered around your child, and you like, what the fuck? And then you thinking some crazy, terrible accident happened, and then you find out it ain't no accident. It's some jealous-hearted, evil-ass kids that probably got some evil-ass parents that done jumped on your child while she can't even defend herself. It's just this poor 5-year-old girl against a whole house. Badass kids, unattentive ass parents, family members. And that's another thing. We got to be careful who we drop our kids off. You know, family is family, but all family ain't safe. And I hate to say it, and this is no blame on the mom at all. She's going through enough. So don't anybody take it as we don't victim blame in this bitch. But what I'm about to say is uh a lot of times we get signs that our child is not protected over a certain family member's house. And it's a difficult decision because you don't want to like ostracize family members, or people try to say like, you know, you acting funny. But sometimes you gotta say you can't go over that family member house. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm not gonna put the family members out there because all kind of people listen to my show. And I don't want people to I don't want to have family beef behind some shit I done said on the Flow Show No Filter. But I'm gonna say this: it was some of y'all family members my mom wouldn't let me go over, and me and my siblings, because y'all didn't have no fucking rules. And every time you look around, some kid getting hurt because y'all didn't pay attention. Y'all wasn't attentive to kids. Y'all let kids just run around, and it was no structure. And if you had a house like that, we weren't allowed. Only way we could come over is if we came over and my mom was there, or we was only there for like an hour or two or something, and my mom was there for real. But it really wasn't too much leaving us and dropping us at certain family members' home. And I believe, I don't know the facts, but this seemed like one of them cases, because normally something this crazy happened. This just didn't happen out of the blue. I believe this was a family member who I probably would never let my child go over their house, because they seem like one of those houses where people don't have no fucking rules, and everybody just do whatever they want. Okay, thank you so much, Renee, for participating in the TGIFPD. Thank God it's Flow's payday each and every Friday. Today is a freestyle Friday, which means it wasn't much shit to talk about, but you know, I'm a spark up the laptop anyway and just come on this thing and say what y'all want to talk about. So the first thing they want to talk about is St. Clair. Angelina want to talk about, you know, what happened on St. Clair is what we're talking about right now, this horrific child shit. But Angelina want to talk about the No Kings Day. We're gonna get to that. And Renee want to talk about how she wants all of us as friends on Facebook. I love y'all for real. Thank you, Renee, for the $5 holla. And I like it a lot. I don't like it. I love it. But yeah. So hey, dog, everybody follow each other on Facebook. We got a nice family on Facebook. If you're not following me on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, well, what are you waiting on? I'm the best follow. I'm the most entertaining motherfucker online. I'm the funniest non-comedian online. Nobody, they don't compare. TJ, I meant to highlight your first comment, TJ. Let me try to find it. Let me try to find it. Yeah, the scalping is crazy. But TJ, you had a good okay, here it is. Yeah, I wanted to say this before I got to I see your payment too, TJ. So I'm gonna get your payment, and I want to say this. TJ said, "True Flow, jealousy comes from parents. Love my mama, but I had to unlearn that BS and break the cycle with my kids." See, I'm glad you said that, TJ, because that is where it comes from. Kids don't come in the world being jealous. Jealousy is a learned behavior. I've always noticed that jealous ass kids had jealous ass parents. And one thing I can say about my parents, they was never jealous hearted or jealous of people or what they had or didn't have. And as far as me and my sister and brother, we don't have no jealous hearts about nobody. We don't be jealous of people. I'm never jealous. I'm so happy about whatever going on in my little life. I don't have no time to be jealous of people. But I've always noticed jealous hearted kids come from jealous hearted parents. So TJ, I'm glad you thanks for sharing that. And let me get down here because I think I got another TGIFPD. Y'all taking care of me this Friday. Keep the love coming. It's expensive out here now. Podcasting is expensive, y'all. But I appreciate it. Love this group. Thank you, Flo, for your coverage on everything that matters. And I'm glad you brought that up, TJ, because we normally have triple. We already have probably double or triple the amount of people that are in here today. But see, that's because most motherfuckers just want to hear Diddy, 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 Diddy. But let me tell you a little bit about Flo. Now, of course, I've been covering Diddy from the beginning. So I was the first. Like I was covering that Diddy mess when people wasn't covering it, thinking nothing gonna happen. But the difference between me and a lot of the other bloggers, YouTubers, podcasters, I don't give a fuck about engagement when it comes to if it's some shit that we need to talk about. I don't care if it's two motherfuckers in here. I'm talking about that. See, I'm not a slave to views and a slave to how many viewers and all that. I am a slave to what matters. And so, yeah, ain't a lot of Diddy today. And if that's an issue, then kick rocks. I'm not gonna Diddy you to death if there's nothing to talk about with Diddy. But I only brought that up because I'm glad that TJ said that thanks for your coverage on everything that matters, because what talking about shit that matters means more to me than anything else. I can't be on here talking about shit just for attention and just to look at my numbers, and because I know what to talk about, I know what to say and what people want to, if I just want my numbers to be, no. And I think that's why I get a lot of respect from my community and why I have so much of a loyal following. Because my real followers know I cover shit that matter. I'm not on this bitch for attention or just to talk about shit just to drive my numbers up. So thank you for that, TJ. Thank you for the $10 holla. But yeah, so that's why today we started off with the St. Clair. I don't give a shit if certain people don't want to hear about that. They want to hear Diddy, Diddy, and Mo Diddy and Mo Diddy. That ain't my problem. If we got a 5-year-old daughter, a 5-year-old girl who was scalped, beaten, and raped, I'm talking about that shit. And I'm spreading awareness of that shit. And I'm going to make sure whoever did it is held accountable to the 100th power. And that's what makes me feel good about this show. That's why I don't get into that. I don't give a fuck what everybody wants you to talk about. From the beginning of this journey, I talk about what I feel matters. Whatever the numbers is, they come. That's why I tell people when they be like, oh, you doing this for likes and views. You ain't been following me long enough because you know I don't give a fuck about likes and views. My likes and views came because I don't give a fuck. I started getting millions of views just because I stand strong on what I talk about. But I don't get on here like, what do everybody want me to talk about? What do everybody want me to say? I don't do that. I get on here and say what matters, what needs to be talked about, what needs to be voiced. That's what the fuck I do. That's why I'm always going to be, we got a new, come on, Tasha. Tasha Turner that became a new member. I look forward to having Tasha. I look forward for you to be in our Wednesday. Next Wednesday is going to be a subscriber members only, Tasha. It will be your first members only episode. I look forward to seeing you in the chat. So everybody congratulate and say thanks to Tasha Turner for supporting the Flow Show No Filter podcast movement, where we talk about what needs to be talked about. We don't give a fuck about views. Views gonna come. The views always gonna come, but what I'm gonna be is always stay true to who I am. And anybody that been following me for the 3 years that I've been in this game, y'all know. If it's something that it don't gotta be no celebrity. A lot of people know me from celebrity news, don't even know. I don't even give a fuck about celebrity news as far as talking about it. I talk about the cases that matter and maybe some interesting shit that people want to talk about. But my bread and butter is covering the average, everyday folk who going through shit who say, Flo, can you bring some awareness to this? And I'll be like, I got your back. So thank you, Tasha, coming through as the new member. Shout out to the Flow Show fam. Shout out to the Breakfast Crew. Shout out to everybody. I want to hear this giggle. Shout out to the Puff Puff Pass group. Shout out to all of y'all. But I keep telling y'all, I've been hearing that my whole life that people like my giggle or my laugh or whatever the fuck I be doing. I can't never hear it. Like, I don't know what it is. When do I do it? Y'all got to say in the chat, like, y'all got to let me know when I do this laugh that everybody like, because I don't even notice it. And people been saying that shit's like damn near my whole life. And I be wanting to know, what is this damn laugh? When do I do it? Y'all gotta let me know when the giggle comes. Y'all gotta let me. Y'all gotta put it in the chat. You gotta say, Flo, you just did the giggle. Fire Glory say, yay, Tasha, welcome to the Flow crew. We are the best crew online, man. Oh, usually when I'm reading the comments. Grandma Caddy say, go back and hear myself on repeat, but then I gotta listen forever. Because I don't do the giggle every 5 seconds. So when I try to go back and listen, I get impatient, Grandma Kathy, because it'll be like 5 minutes go past, 10 minutes go past, and I don't giggle. I'm like, I can't catch it. So y'all gonna have to say it like, that's the giggle flow. But let me get back into this article. I done got way the fuck sidetracked. Oh, and then I'm sorry, I got a 11111 $11.11 sent to my Apple Pay. Who did this? Can somebody, whoever lives or has a 909 area code, and just sent me 11111 $11.11. Can you speak now in the chat? Oh, Mel, you gotta run. Okay, Mel, we gonna miss you. But yeah, definitely the best family on the planet. Who sent this $11.11? Let me give you your credit to my Apple Pay. I would like to give the person the credit. If is that Allison usually does that, and that's a great dollar amount. Well, yeah, this ain't. But Allison has a affiliate, and I know hers because her name is on there. So I don't think this is Allison. Allison is out of Philly. And I don't know where Allison been at lately. But Angelina did that. I got so many Angies. Like somebody said in the chat, like I collect Angies. I really do though. I got like 1,000 Angelas or Angie or Angelina. I got like 1,000 of them. Okay, it was Angelina. Okay, Angelina. Thank you so much, Angelina. Those Apple Pays come in handy. But let me get back to this. Man, the coffee is just now drinkable. I don't know what they heat the water up with when you ask for extra hot on Starbucks, but I'm telling you, it's like they got that from some water in hell. But now it is just at a point where I can drink it, but I do like it because it lasts longer. Remember, I told y'all normally by now, 40 minutes into the show, normally this coffee it's starting to get cold. But it's still warm. Damn, I can't wait for my Yeti. Yeti is en route. I thought it would be here for the show, but it didn't make it on time. It didn't get here early in the morning like I thought. But it is en route. So Monday, y'all should be ready for my Yeti. I don't think y'all ready for this Yeti. Thank you, Angelina, again. But let me get back to this article. I done got way the fuck off task. So bring you back up to speed. Mom shows back up and didn't know what the hell happened. Why are these responders all over her daughter? Hold up. This is okay. Okay. So hey, we got Allison. Y'all talked her up. Allison, thank you for the $25 Apple Pay. Holla on this TGIFPD. Thank God it's Flo's payday on this Friday. $25. I appreciate it. She says, Happy Friday, Flo. I'm hiding in the bathroom to send this message. I've been here, just the time changes when I'm in the morning meeting. Allison from Philly. Shout out, everybody say, shout out Allison. Give her flowers in the chat for coming through. But let me get back on task with this damn story. So CBS is reporting the Cleveland Division of Police investigating. The department said it could not release more information due to the sensitivity of this case. We still want to know what the hell going on. Adding that investigators do not want to jeopardize the integrity of this investigation and compromise the privacy and constitutional rights of those involved. Just a horrific case, man. So let's go to the Kings. Angelina, the Kings, No Kings Day. Let's go to the No Kings Day on this Freestyle Friday where we talk about different shit. We talk about different stuff that we want to talk about. So we're gonna I'm gonna pull from Fox News. No King's Day demonstrators plan to rally against Trump administration policies this weekend. Demonstrators plan to take to the streets around the United States on Saturday to rally against President Trump and his administration during another No King's Day. Dozens of these protests are planned around Michigan, including Detroit, Dearborn, Ferndale, Traverse City, Flint, and more. Now, what's the backstory? The backstory is it's a part of a nationwide pushback against the president, and it's not the first one. In June, No King's Day, quote, demonstrators gathered around the country to protest Trump's Army anniversary parade that coincided with his birthday. Organizers behind the movement say it is about defending democracy and protecting the First Amendment rights. Important not to underestimate what it means to have millions of people standing together in solidarity saying this. This is going to be the single largest day of protest in American history. And that's meaningful. It's impactful to be together and talk about the abuses of power that we've been seeing. Damn, Angelina. Angie says, and just like herpes, Tomb is back. Angie always knows what to say. Now, the first round of No King's Day protests did draw some counter protesters, but demonstrators have remained peaceful in Michigan. So No King's Day is also planned in New York and New Jersey. Hundreds of No King's Day protests are planned across the United States, including the New York City area, this weekend on Saturday to protest Trump's administration's policies. They saying it's going to be one of the biggest, or if not the biggest, protest day in modern American history. Angelina, thank you for giving us something to talk about. I like my nigga Enoch. Enoch. I love my people. Enoch. Enoch said, Toon, go get a life, mate. Hey, that's another thing about the Flow Show. Y'all know we all are. We global. We ain't just in the United States. We got people in UK tuning in. We got people in Australia tuning in. We got people Africa tuning in. We cussing people out all over in all different languages. People recognize the F-bomb in any language. Fuck. When you hear that, you know something ain't right. As I sip this 555-degree Fahrenheit coffee, and we continue on this Freestyle Friday. I like Freestyle Fridays. We get to just talk about whatever y'all want to talk about and kind of just freestyle our way in. Because I told y'all, I'm so good I could do this show just straight going back and forth with y'all. That's how you know I'm real at this. Y'all know I don't be stealing nobody's shit. I don't steal nobody's takes. I don't steal nobody's ideas. None of that. I can do Freestyle Fridays and have an hour show for y'all that we all gonna love. I don't even know what we was talking about today because it wasn't nothing to talk about. Like I said, it really wasn't nothing out there to really talk about. So I said, you know what? Let's let the listeners come up with some shit today. And we doing a pretty good job. No King's Day in New York. In New Jersey, Newark, New Jersey, will be at 12 and Springfield Avenue from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. No Kings in Jersey City, 280 Grove Street from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. No Kings in Hudson, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. No Kings in Guttenberg, from 12 p.m. to 12:30 p.m., which is at 7000 JFK Boulevard, and No Kings in Bloomfield, New Jersey, at the Municipal Plaza, 1 Municipal Plaza, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. We will also have it in Long Island, South Huntington, No Kings in Babylon, which will be on 200 Sunrise Highway from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. No Kings on Wading River, 260 NY 25A from 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. Now, for those that need a little bit more clarification on what the hell No Kings protest is, the No Kings theme was orchestrated by the 50501 movement, a national movement made up of everyday Americans who stand for democracy and against that what they call the authoritarian actions of the Trump administration. The name 5051 stands for 50 states, 50 protests, one movement. I like that. No King's Day of Defiance has been organized to reject authoritarianism, billionaire first politics, and the country's democracy, according to a press release from No Kings. So that's what the No Kings is all about. One in the chat if you'll be participating in the No Kings protest this weekend. 2 in the chat if you will not be. Put a 1 in the chat if you will be participating in the No Kings movement and protest. Put a 2 if you will not. Grandma Kathy says my Browns might win Sunday. And I'm torn. Because if we were to lose against the Dolphins, which everybody says is about as toxic as us, shout out to Miami fans and Miami listeners. But a victory would be bittersweet. And I'm going to tell you why. If we lose, and not only that, if we get our ass handed to us, I think people could get fired, and we could be looking at Shedeur Sanders the rest of the season. If we get our ass whooped this weekend. Now, if we win, I'm never going to be mad at a Browns victory. You got to take them wherever you can get them. But if I'm being honest, I always want the Browns to win. Let me be clear about that. Every time I turn on the TV and we kick and that opening kickoff is kicked off, I'm praying for a Browns victory. But if I can see Shedeur sooner and I can get this coach out of here because I'm not feeling Coach Stefanski no more. If you feeling him, that's on you. I'm not. And so I wouldn't be too upset about getting our ass kicked this Sunday because I think it could lead to the coach getting fired and me seeing my boy Shedeur. It's money time. What time is it? It's money time. So that's my take on the Browns game this weekend. Of course, y'all know I want a victory, Grandma Kathy, but I also want this fucking coach fired, and I want Shedeur to be playing. Okay, so we got half and half. So we got like half the people participating in the No Kings. Grandma says she's too old for that. Angie said she's participating. Felicia said, nah, she's going to sit this one out. Yeah. Like you said, Stefanski better win. Stefanski better win. Or he done. But Grandma Kathy, Island said Island not participating. Fire Glory said, unfortunately not. She won't be participating. She said she got too many errands to run. That's another thing about this country. They think they slick. They trying to keep us in debt and keep this economy where we can't even fucking protest because we got so much to do. They think they slick. They say if we keep the cost of bread at $50 and milk at $50, then we can keep them so busy working that they don't even have time to protest. But it's all good. It's all good. Good will always rise above these evil bastards. Always remember that quote. Good, here's the quote. Good always outlasts these evil bastards. And that was said by a wise man named Flo. Flo made that up today. It's definitely the control tactic, Angie. But on this Freestyle Friday, like I said, like Tracy said, we don't even need no fucking news. Oh, my God. Hold on, Grandma Kathy. Hey, Cherry, you just got here? Yeah, Cherry, you're going to be part of the replay gang. You're a little bit late today, Cherry, but it's all good. Loving the profile pic, Cherry. Do your thing. But, yeah, you got to catch us on the replay. But hold on, Grandma Kathy. Grandma Kathy says, did I hear that Trump wants to shut down journalism and journalists? Make one news report a day from the White House. Keep your eyes out for this one. What in the world? I didn't hear that. But I might have to do some research because if you talk about journalism, see, now you fucking with me. Now you fucking with me. I didn't even know I was a journalist. I was just doing I was just doing me. Next thing I know, everybody start calling me one of the best journalists online. And I'm like, damn, I didn't know I was a fucking journalist. But since I'm a journalist, because y'all told me I'm a journalist, I gotta watch Trump ass. Is Trump really trying to shut down journalists and make one report that comes from the White House? That will never work. Never. Hold on, was that the giggle? If that was the giggle, I finally caught it. If that wasn't the giggle, then I don't know what y'all talking about. Tracy came in hot. She said, keep it plain and sweet. Toom is an idiot. Toom. Lily said Trump is literally trying to rewrite the whole Constitution. Okay, so I finally figured out, thank you. Do you know, out of my 70 years I've been on this earth, for these 70 years I've been on this earth, and people been saying I did not know. I finally heard the giggle myself. Now I know what it is, and I ain't gonna be able to do it. So that's the giggle I've been doing my whole life and never knew what the fuck people was talking about. Thank you to my chat. We just had a breakthrough moment here on the show. People been liking my little giggle my whole life. I never could hear. But you know what's funny? My mom always said that giggle, or whatever the fuck I do, comes from my grandfather. She said my grandfather always did that. And so she said every time I would do it, she said, you laugh just like your grandfather. But I never could hear the laugh myself until just now. So now I know now I know what everybody's talking about. So to everybody who wanted to hear Diddy, and no Diddy, and y'all came in and y'all left because y'all ain't hear about Diddy, well, that's what the fuck y'all get. Because there's more going on in the world than just Mohawk Diddy ass. Itty bitty Diddy with the Tootsie Roll. And say, FYI, they're doing the same here, Flow with Media. Candace's visa refused because she may incite social disharmony or some bullshit. What the fuck? Oprah was allowed in. And I'm glad you brought that up, Desi. I saw that. I saw that. Now, what was she not allowed at? And thanks to that giggle, because it makes me giggle. Well, I'm glad my giggle makes y'all giggle. I'm glad my giggle makes y'all giggle, and we can all giggle every Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. on the Flow Show No Filter. We only miss holidays and weekends, y'all. And that's only for my mental health and make sure I do take my little breaks. Because y'all know Monday through Friday, 8:30, I'm here. And I'm putting in a solid hour and some change for y'all on schedule. I take pride in not missing, not calling off on work, sick, or none of that. So tune in Monday so you can hear the giggle again. I'm the giggler. I'm the giggler who took down the diddler. Y'all on Toom's ass. Oh, hold on, Toom, you getting a love. Toom, what is BBC? Now, Toom, we got to keep it classy. We got to keep it. This isn't Corn Hub or Spank Bang or none of them. This is the Flow Show No Filter on YouTube. I hope BBC don't mean what I think it means. Yeah, Toom. You went a little. All right, it's all good, Toom. But yeah, you went a little. We can't go to X-rated, Toom. Everything else is all good, but we can't get X-rated in here. Then I had to say, whoa. You know, y'all can do y'all wisecracks, but we can't get X-rated here on a Friday. We family in here, man. We can't do the BBK. Y'all, another Friday. Anybody else want to send me some food money? I won't be shy. I promise you, I won't be shy. I take it. But X-rays. Oh, okay. So you got X-rays coming up, Grandma Kathy? Do we need prayers for Grandma Kathy? She has possible X-rays coming up. So let's if that's the case, let's pray for Grandma Kathy. And it's all good, Toom. It's all good, Toom. We freedom of speech, but we just got to keep that speech. You know, we can't get too wild. But thank you to everybody. Y'all are funny. Okay. Let's get our mouse in the chat. Everybody enjoy their weekend. This is the I gotta leave, but I gotta go right now. I'll be back before you know it. I don't want to leave here, baby, but I gotta go right now. But I'll be back before you know it. I hate Fridays because that means I ain't gonna see y'all on Monday. But let's get the mouse in the chat. Every Friday, every Monday through Friday, 8:30 a.m. We are here on the best show, the best crowd, the best everything online. Let's get the mouse in the chat for another successful episode of the Flow Show. No motherfucking filter. Toom said, C-Tuck said, Toom said, this is Freaky Friday, Flo. Yes, it is. Fire Glory said, Flo, I'm out. Have a great weekend. See you Monday. Yeah. Toom said this. Grandma Kathy, we praying for Grandma Kathy. Angie said, just got back and I'm back and I'm out. Fire Glory said, laughing my ass off. See, Tuck. Yeah, Toom got a little kinky. See, Tuck says, I'm out. Have a safe and wonderful weekend, everybody. I'm going to miss y'all. Like I said, I look forward to every single day. Shout out to my Apple and Spotify listeners out there. Let's keep the 5-star ratings going. Join my YouTube channel if you haven't already. Become a member for our Wednesday exclusive podcast episode where we be talking about all kind of little inside shit on Wednesdays. Wednesdays, you get all the dirt, even my secret dirt of what I got going on. But anyway, the Buzzsprout link is in the description. Apple and Spotify and all the other major platforms. I appreciate y'all. Continue to hold me down. If I have something wrong on my commercial or for some reason the episodes ain't showing up, all my Apple and Spotify people, I love when y'all reach out to me and let me know, hey, Flo, you said on the commercial that Tuesdays and Thursdays are members only. You still got that commercial running. You need to switch it. And I switched it. So y'all always got my back. And sometimes the uploads don't be showing up. And then y'all let me know. Then I had to re-upload it. So thank you to all the Apple and Spotify people out there who listen and support the audio version and keep me on my toes and point me in the right direction when I lose my way a little bit. But in other words, than that, as always, I love y'all. Thanks again, Big R. Much love to you. Always, Tracy. Tracy always got her back. Angie always got my back. Y'all always got my back, and y'all know I got y'all back. We had a big week this week. I beat my case. Diddy's ass getting sent up the river twice. And we got to end it off on Freestyle Friday, talking about some real shit we needed to talk about. And now we about to get the hell out of here. Like I always say, I love y'all. I really do. But I'm